I want to make a history that non-African players have done ever. It's just me and my brother that remain.
Only you and your brother?
Yes. At some point he has to also give up because of me. We couldn't make end meet. So he decided that, okay, I'm going to look for a way for both of us to eat. Basically, he does everything because of me. I look at what I am in control of. Then that was what keeps me going. If you keep on giving excuses because of the factors surrounding you, you will just be there not doing anything. I might be tired at the end of the day, I might be mentally exhausted, but I still want to keep on going. The achievement is not just for me, it's just for everyone in Africa to be able to believe that we can make a breakthrough, but we just have to be persistent.
Hello and welcome back to Badminton Speak with me, your host and presenter, Oliver Shepherd. In badminton, we know there are players all over the globe, but there are many players that come out of nowhere. They are playing in countries we've not heard of, we're not familiar with, that are not traditional badminton countries, but they have talent and passion and they need to be recognised. And would you be able to tell the people watching us here a little bit about yourself?
My name is Opeyori Anuoluwapo Juwon. I'm from Nigeria, but people call me Anu just for the short name. I'm the current African #1 and Nigeria #1 also. So I started playing since 2005, and where I was playing football, just like every other kids. And the coach introduced me and my brother and friends. We were about 6. And it introduced us to the game, and we started playing from there. There's a summer holiday coming up, and that was happening that time. And there were about 50 students that participated in the coaching clinic. So we were like the evening set. We were not actually like kind of budgeted for.
You're the additional group.
Yes. So we were just like the external recruits or something. So we don't even know that such program was running. So in the evening we just go there and do our normal training, and later on after seeing some improvements for like weeks, he asked us to join them. So in total we're about 56 that started this game. But in the long run, it's just me and my brother that remain.
Only you and your brother?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. And does your brother still play?
No, at some point he has to also give up because of me, and then not just give up, he gave up playing to fend for both of us, because at some point we couldn't make end meet because training is taking a lot and we still need to find a way to survive. So and it was really tough on us, so he decided that, okay, I'm going to look for a way for you to for both of us to eat and stuff like that. Then you could continue playing. So you really stop the other jobs and stuff like that and enter into like a club coaching. Also because of me in the times, because he looked at it and he said, if it's in a club and it's coaching, it's better than it can come to the club. He coach me, and I train with him, and yeah, it's much better that way. So basically, he does everything because of me.
That's wonderful. It's great to know that you have a brother there who's willing to take a back seat and help you and allow you to come out here and pursue the dream to be the #1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy and very grateful, because I couldn't pray for more like brother like that. So that is what every time I look at the future, I look at like, okay, I have someone that is there that thinks about me and ready to sacrifice anything for me.
That must be great to have that support in a country where badminton is not really very prolific. There's not a huge system in place in many countries in the world. What was it like growing up trying to pursue the dream of becoming a badminton player?
It's really tough trying to grow up in such country and the continent. When we look at the kind of support that we have, it doesn't really count, because we don't have any actually. And the only thing surrounding you is like a lot of factors, that is external factors, that is trying to bring you down at the end of the day, because you could go to training one day and there will be like the oil is in use. You could go and there will be like there's no shuttle. You could. There are a lot of factors that every day you have to just deal with. So, but at the end of the day, you look at it. You said just one step at a time. And you understand the situation and you understand what you are capable of. You can do, and what you can do, and not what the people can do for you. And what can you do for yourself? What are you capable of by yourself? What like when I look at that, that's exactly what I think about. I look at what I am in control of. Then that was what keeps me going at the end of the day. Because at some point, if you look at it, because you don't have money, you don't have accommodation, you don't have anything, even shuttle, you don't even have training partner at some point. But when you look at what you are capable of and what you are control you can do, so just do what you can do and just keep on going. Don't stop. Even the movement or the journey is slow and very, very slow, but just keep on going and believe that one day you will make it and you will make a lot of the big difference. And that is what I'm actually looking forward to. That difference, that name to bring Africa to the world, and everybody see Africa to be the best in one of the best also in the continent. So that is what I'm actually dreaming of at any point.
And that's amazing, and it's a great ambition to have, to change the perception and to bring Nigeria and Africa to the biggest tables. And that's amazing. What was the first sign for you that you wanted to take badminton seriously?
Well, naturally, in my own personality, anything kind of task you give me, I usually take it very serious. But at some point, I think around 2011 or so, my seniors went for a local national festival, and they weren't performing very well.
Okay.
So I look at it and I was like, because in the States, if you are not performing very well, they will kind of keep giving you some excuses and want to cut you off, just like any other sport they will do. So I look at it and I said, it can't be possible that you guys will go outside and get beaten and come home and start beating us. That means that I'm not working hard enough, I am not doing well enough. So I just take the motivation and decided to go higher and step higher than them, and take it upon myself that I want to make a big difference, just like the way I'm making it. I want to make a difference now. So when I took that step, it was very, very difficult, because looking at the factors, it was still the same. But the opportunity I had then was that we had a setup training, 2012, because Lagos was hosting the local festival again. Okay. So I had the opportunity to train very well, and I make use of everybody that is serious in the team, because I targeted different people, the one that has fitness, the one that has skills. I don't mind like giving out my food money or something like that. I just make sure that this is what I want, this is what I want to get, I want to improve, I want to step up over them. And during those times, during the transition, I was able to make a breakthrough in between. And since then, even in the festival, I couldn't get any medals, but it was a big step for me, because even all my seniors, mostly they got beaten maybe the first round, second round mostly, but in the festival I got to quarterfinals, and the person that beat me is a national player and he has a lot of experience. So it was, but I see myself that, okay, I had a very good step. I make a very good decision at that moment when I decided to take the matter into my hand. And that is what motivated me, and that is what makes me to keep on going, and that fire hasn't really quenched inside me. So it's still the same personality. I want to make a very big difference out there too. Even when I'm here, I want to like make sure that I am me, and Africa is being seen in high standard also, with high standard.
And that's amazing. I think that's a great standard to hold yourself to and to be putting out to the world and to the people you're around. You know, you've been at the Peter Gader Academy this week while you've been at the World Championships, and just being around these players, you know, many of them probably have not played with African players before. You know, it's very difficult for funding reasons and for other reasons, right? To have African players come out to other parts of the world. How has it been for you to get out onto the tour?
To be honest, it's a kind of challenging because it's not what I'm used to. Like we used to be like just play the African circuit most of the time, go to Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana, and that is it. And like just train most of the year. And no much of competition and everything. So we have very less days of playing tournaments. But when like the Olympic year and we have to go outside and playing tours and stuff like that, it's really kind of tough because I need to start adjusting every time, like to the training, and I have to make sure that my body is in good condition, and I have to make sure that the tournament I'm going, I have to perform at my optima. So it's even mentally it's kind of tough, but it's what I want to happen. I want it to happen. I want to learn from the transition. So I'm really happy that I'm able to come outside and start playing, because it's really going to give me a lot of experience, and I will improve in the process. And coming to Peter Gader Academy, playing with these other players, gave me a lot of experience. And in fact, I was even thinking like, okay, I think I should just change my ticket a little bit so that I could, because I enjoy the training so much. And it's not the type of training I have at home. No, like at home is a lot of struggle and a lot of inconsistency, which in the it's the opposite. I have to be consistent. Each point matters. Each shot matters. Everything matters. You have to be in control of everything, and you have to believe in what you want to do. So I kind of want to be here more. Like I want to be out there and be consistent in what I'm doing.
That's wonderful. You spoke a little bit there about what your training is like back home. Could you tell me a little bit more about that? Where do you train? And who is it that's coaching you? What's the team like that you have around you?
Well, I would say that most of the time I train with my brother. So he has to like come up very early, and usually he's supposed to wake up late because he usually leave the club very late. So he's supposed to wake up late, but once I call him, and he has to be like, okay, I'm coming. So while he's coming, I kind of go to the gym and do something, then rest a little bit. Or sometimes the training kind of collide because I have to finish everything before afternoon, where the club members start coming, and we want to kind of start training and everything. So we have to be everything into schedule. So I train with him most of the time. And so some of the days I will go to another college. We'll call it like a college where the juniors are. But training there is kind of difficult because the floor is not kind of it's not designed to for it's badminton but when they construct the it was not actually designed for badminton.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful not to have injuries and stuff like that. So training there is kind of very difficult, and most of the time I have to, from the little I make, I have to buy shots to myself. And yeah, so I sometimes have support from the president, when Mr. Francis, where he has to buy like some shuttles to support me, and I find a way to manage it. And but at the end of the day, the junior ones is not every time they are available. So I have to find a way to shovel it with my brother. So it's kind of very difficult, and I can only imagine, like it's a lot of space in my head. So I can only imagine how much I could talk about the stress you have to get to, to the training center, because you have to go for like, so it's not the minute, but it's just like going there, those days, like before we have this economic stuff where nobody comes out anymore. Before you get to the college that I'm talking about, you literally spend like an hour inside traffic. So before you get there, you are exhausted, and you get there and you could not even find even sometimes light issue. So the manager there will be like, we don't have lights. Okay, no problem, go and get a fuel and fuel the generator. I don't really mind since I have some small change to spare. But what matters to me is the training. I need to keep on going, you know. And even if I don't even have any shuttle, I will just look for a way to just improvise. So that is my motto. Whenever I'm at home, I just find a way to improvise, and I don't want anything to just bring my spirit down or an excuse. So because if you keep on giving excuses because of the factors surrounding you, you will just be there not doing anything. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the best in the world, but just find a way to improvise and get around it, which is what matters to me the most. So that is what I usually do. I might be tired at the end of the day, I might be mentally exhausted, but I still want to keep on going. And that willpower is what actually keep me going at any time. And that is just how I train.
That's extremely impressive that you can stay so optimistic while there are so many things around you that is kind of a bit of chaos. Not having lights in the training center, not having shuttles to play with. It sounds an extremely stressful situation and environment to be in. What do you think would help you the most to be able to train and to be able to show your talent on the world tour?
I think a lot of support, if I should get a lot of support. And
what kind of support?
Mostly, I think everything still goes around probably money, and also going out there to train, and not staying in Nigeria to train, because if I have enough fund, I could go to Malaysia, I could come to Denmark, I could go to where badminton works.
Yes.
So I could go to anywhere, but not having funds and anything, and I just have to just keep on pushing. It makes my journey a lot slower than what I want to achieve, because the achievement is not just for me, it's just for the Africa, for everyone in Africa to be able to believe that we can make a breakthrough, but we just have to be persistent. We just have to like go out there and prove to everyone that okay, we can do it. You know, so but it's not possible if we don't have any fund, or we can't even I mean, you can't even feed yourself like 3 times, you know. So it's not possible. I can dream, but it's just going to be dream if such thing doesn't happen. So I need a lot of support to get me out there, training facility that is enabling for me. So that is what I think I need the most. And in terms of rackets and equipment, because at the end of the day, you can find me like training, playing, and with some equipment. Yeah, but I still need to be in a place where I can have access to equipment. You understand? So I don't want to just be idle. So I just want to keep on going. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for sharing all of that with us, Anu. It's inspiring to hear your story, to hear where you've come from. Just being pulled when you're 6, 7, 8 years old by your coach, by a teacher, to then being at World Championships, the #1 for Nigeria, #1 in Africa.
I want to make a history that non-African players have done ever. Be the best, one of the looking at the record, I think the last African ranking, the last one was 77. So I want to be like top 50 in the world. So I just that is my actual dream, and I want to get there and just not compete, or no, not just participate in tournaments. I want to be there as a competitor. So when they will say that, okay, let me hold myself tight because this guy is very tough. So it will not just be like easy match. No, it has to be like a good competition between everybody. So there will be like a standard that we will be looking up to. And that is actually my dream. And I start from being in the top 50. And I hope I can achieve that and even go lower, like top 30, top 20, because I know it's achievable. It's just for me to like have enough enabling resources for me to be able to achieve that.
It's inspiring, Anu. It really is. Sitting here speaking to you, it's incredible. You're an infectious person. You bring this spirit to the badminton community. And it's really great to have you here. And thank you very much for sharing this with us. And I really hope that the next tournament for you goes really well.
Yeah, thank you very much.